okay? The oil price was trading $85 a barrel at 10 o'clock right there. Yes? Oil price was trading $85 a barrel. Take a look at what we said at that point. Macro supply is suggesting a price towards the $80 a barrel is more in line. What? Macro supply is suggesting that the price of oil should be $80 is more in line, right? It was trading $85 when that tweet went out. And look at what's happened since the 10 o'clock tweet on the 17th. Look at what's happened. Even though it's a bottom edge, and all the techie guys are all saying, oh, bottom edge, it's a one touch in this trade. Look at that bottom edge there. It's a trend line break. Oh, we love a trend line break, do we not, in this room, guys? Look at that trend line break. The bulls are all in play. Woo! The bulls love it. A double bottom, a triple bottom, a trend line break. The bulls are going nuts. And as the bulls go nuts, we sell to them with a view of trading $80 a barrel on the December contract. That's why this is the December contract we're looking at, because the quote was for the December contract. Take a look at what just traded this morning. 25, 26, 27 hours later, it traded at $80 a barrel. 27 hours later, guys, $5,000 per contract on that tweet. If that doesn't get Kim another 1,000 oil traders in the room, I don't know what will. 2 likes, Paul! 2 likes! For a $5,000 move. 2 likes and 1 new oil trader in the room. That's the outcome. That's how much people think of that stuff. You couldn't pay Goldman Sachs $20,000 a month for that information. And it's on your charts on TradingView every day of the week. And I'm not kidding about Goldman Sachs, 20 grand a month. 10 grand each desk, 20 grand if you're on the NASDAQ, and if you're on the oil desks, that's going to cost you 20 grand a month to have direct dealing access with Goldman Sachs, 20 grand a month. And you can see the outcome. Unbelievable. Sexy like a box of chocolates? Oh, shove your box of chocolates. That's sexier than a creme brulee, guys. And we know how much we like the creme brulee, don't we? Yes. Sexier than a creme brulee. Unbelievable. Anyway, that was that drive we got in oil there. Finally reaching the $80 on the January contract as well. Pretty much $80 on the January contract as well. But we were quoting the December, which is why I've left the December contract on the screens there. So it is what it is. If you miss a break, you miss the break. There's been a couple of opportunities to maybe get involved as the market drove. And obviously you're looking at where the measure is against that, aren't you? So we're obviously going to be looking at this as a buy-side, sell-side narrative here. And guess where the target price was? I wonder how that worked, eh? I wonder how that worked out, where the target price was. Is this getting a bit tedious? When you see this all the time, just getting a little bit tedious. Just getting a little bit too obvious, getting a little bit too easy for you to trade. Yeah, pretty much, right? So you can see absolute trade perfection coming into this kind of area here for a buy-side bounce, regardless of what you did otherwise. And obviously, if you were to do a volume analysis into those areas, you can obviously start to recognize perhaps something interesting. Just perhaps something interesting. Let me move the price away. I wonder if you can spot anything interesting with the volume coming into that price action. Enormous aggregation volume at that very price. At exactly the measured move. No shit, Sherlock. Shit, Sherlock is the answer. 15's traded 50s. I know it's only 35 ticks, but my goodness, you just caught a falling knife with accuracy unknown to humankind. Unbelievable performance for the oil traders. And again, with levels of accuracy as good as that, you'll be starting to look at it going, I wonder if there was any order flow divergence for that level of accuracy. To be that accurate, do you think there was any order flow divergence on the book when it traded 80.05s? Let's take a little look and see what you can see. Was there any order flow divergence on the book at 80.05s? Was there? A wee bit. Aye, just a wee bit. 60, 50, 50, 50 into the 80.05 level. Buy side reversal. Divergence on the book short term. Divergence on the book macro. Absolute trade perfection. Boom. All of a sudden, 30, 40, 45 ticks higher. You've just bagged an absolute peach. What a beauty. Benchmarking at its best. Now obviously, the idea of these types of trade ideas is coming off those key levels. The first attempt to find those perfect trade narratives is not that difficult to understand. It is a really solid storyline that you're leaning against in these areas. It's important we recognize this because we've done something similar on some of the other markets. You'll probably remember that I managed to get some short gold in place. And, you know, in an earlier conversation, we'd started to see the gold reversals coming off of a conversation we were having about gold and about how good the buy trade was, and then about this possible sell trade, about why we got this brilliant sell trade at the price we did. And we started to sell some 67s. You can see what happened to that short sell. It traded all the way down to 60s. Another $700 winner, all the way back down to the bottom edge where we had that wholesale price. Remember the conversation we had yesterday about wholesale prices on gold? The 60s, the 65s, and the 70s? Well, the exit for my buy trade was 70. My exit for my sell trade was 60. Who would have thought that was even possible? Yet another classroom done and dusted with absolute perfection for anybody that uses the classroom stuff. If you don't use the classroom stuff, I don't really know what the hell you're doing here, but you get the basic idea that none of this is unknown to you guys. Everything we do here, you know about. Everything we do here, you would be involved in. So it's not surprising. It's not really that difficult to recognize. It's just about doing the work. Let's get through today's information, and there hasn't been an awful lot, to be perfectly honest. Hold on a second.